Welcome aboard, everyone. It is wonderful to have you here with me today. If you're new to my channel, find a comfy seat and settle in. I'm Chloe, and I have been a flight attendant for over a decade, crisscrossing the United States and traveling to destinations across the globe. I have handed out countless blankets, calmed anxious passengers during rough weather, and watched thousands of travelers walk through that aircraft door every single week. Because I spend so much of my life in airports, I notice things that most travelers miss. I see the new screening procedures rolling out. I see how security protocols are evolving. And unfortunately, I see the same preventable mistakes pulling passengers out of line day after day. I've seen retired teachers miss their flights. I've seen grandparents separated from their families. These situations break my heart because they are almost always preventable. Today, we need to have an important conversation about your smartphone. Not your luggage, not your liquids, your phone. Specifically, what is sitting on that home screen. Here is the reality of air travel in 2025. While the TSA officer checking your ID at a domestic checkpoint is focused on security threats like weapons and explosives, not your apps, things change dramatically if you are flagged for secondary screening or traveling internationally. When you go through customs and border protection at the border, your phone becomes fair game. Courts have ruled that borders operate under different rules. CBP officers can ask you to unlock your device. They can scroll through your photos and examine your apps. According to official CBP statistics, they searched the electronic devices of about 47,000 travelers in fiscal year 2024. That is less than 1% of secondary inspections. It sounds small, but if you are one of those 47,000 people, it does not feel small at all. And reports suggest these searches have been increasing in recent months. Immigration attorneys are advising their clients to be much more careful about what they carry on their devices when crossing the border. My senior travelers, my favorite group of passengers, this matters especially for you. Many of you have helpful grandchildren who install apps on your phone or you download things to make life easier without fully understanding the digital profile you are creating. So let us walk through 7 apps that could cause you unnecessary trouble, delays, or embarrassing situations when you travel. Grab a pen if you need to. Let us begin. App number 1, Cannabis and CBD Locator apps. I know many of you use CBD products for joint pain or sleep issues. I understand it is legal in your state. But here is what you must understand. The moment you step past that security checkpoint, you are under federal jurisdiction. Airports are federal property. The airspace above us is federal territory. And federally, cannabis remains a Schedule I controlled substance. The TSA has stated clearly on their website that marijuana remains illegal under federal law, except for products containing no more than 0.3% THC. They are not actively searching for your CBD gummies, but if they find something, they are required to report it to law enforcement. Now imagine a CBP officer scrolling through your phone at the International Arrivals Hall and seeing Weed Maps or Leafly on your screen. Even if you have nothing in your bag, those apps suggest intent. They suggest use of a federally prohibited substance. That is a conversation you do not want to have. Delete them before you travel. If you need to find a dispensary at your destination, use a private browser when you arrive. App number 2, Vault or Hidden Photo apps. These are apps designed to hide photos or files behind a fake calculator icon or a password. You might have one because your grandson set it up to protect your banking information. Perfectly innocent. But to a trained border agent, these apps scream, I am hiding something. The people who typically use these apps are hiding things law enforcement takes very seriously. If an officer sees a Vault app on your phone, they will want to know what is inside. If you cannot remember the password because you rarely use it, you could be sitting in a windowless room for hours while they figure out if you are a threat. Use your phone's built-in security features instead. iPhones have a hidden album that is protected by Face ID. Samsung devices have a secure folder. These are legitimate, recognized security features that will not raise eyebrows. They accomplish the same goal of keeping your private information secure without looking like you are hiding something nefarious. App number 3, remote desktop apps like AnyDesk, TeamViewer, or Quick Support. Please listen carefully because this is not just about airport security. This is about your financial safety. These apps are legitimate tools used by IT professionals to fix computers remotely, but they are also the number one tool used by scammers to steal money from seniors. The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center reported that tech support scams cost victims over $800 million dollars in 2022 alone. Here's how it works: someone calls pretending to be from Microsoft or your bank. They convince you to download AnyDesk so they can help fix a problem. Once installed, they can see everything on your screen, access your accounts, and drain your savings. If a security officer sees AnyDesk on a senior's phone, one of two things happens. Best case, they are concerned you are being scammed and will delay you with questions. Worst case, they wonder if you are unknowingly part of a money mule operation. If you have TeamViewer, AnyDesk, or similar apps on your phone and you are not an IT professional who uses them for work, delete them right now. Pause this video and check. These apps create a direct tunnel into your device that criminals can exploit. Even if you think you installed it for legitimate reasons, if you cannot remember exactly why it is there, it needs to go. App number 4, VPN apps and TOR browsers. VPNs are wonderful for protecting your privacy on public Wi-Fi at coffee shops. I use one myself sometimes. But there is nuance here when it comes to travel. If you are traveling to certain countries with strict internet laws, having a VPN visible on your phone can create problems. In some places, it is actually illegal to use tools that obscure your internet traffic. Even when returning to the United States, if an officer sees a VPN running, they may wonder what communications you are trying to hide. Tor browsers are even more concerning. Tor is used to access parts of the internet that are hidden from normal browsers. In the eyes of law enforcement, there is almost no casual reason for an average person to have Tor installed. If your nephew installed a VPN so you could watch British television shows and you do not really understand how it works, consider removing it before you travel. At the very least, make sure it is not actively running when you approach any checkpoint. The goal at the airport is to look like a boring, typical tourist. You want your phone to be completely unremarkable. App number 5, outdated third-party airline booking apps. This one is less about security concerns and more about practical problems that make you look suspicious. Those random cheap flight finder apps that have not been updated in years cause so many headaches. You get to the document checker. The agent asks for your boarding pass, you open the app and it crashes. It loads an advertisement. The QR code finally appears, but the brightness is wrong and the scanner cannot read it. The line behind you grows impatient. The agent gets frustrated. Now they are looking at you more closely. Why does this person not have a proper boarding pass? Is this ticket even real? Download the official app for whatever airline you are flying: Delta, United, American, Southwest. Or better yet, save your boarding pass directly to Apple Wallet or Google Wallet. These systems work seamlessly with airport scanners. Delete those junk booking apps. They fail when you need them most, and they often collect your personal data in ways you might not realize. App number 6, messaging apps with auto-save enabled. WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal. These are great for staying in touch without international texting fees, but check your settings right now. Many of these apps have a feature that automatically saves every photo, video, and meme from your group chats directly to your camera roll. That means every political cartoon, every inappropriate joke, every random image your relatives share ends up permanently on your phone. I have heard stories of travelers being questioned because of images on their phone that they never actually looked at. Content they did not request or approve ended up on their device automatically. Go into your WhatsApp settings, tap on chats, and turn off Save to Camera Roll. Do the same for any messaging app you use. Do not let other people populate your phone with content you have never even seen. App number 7, social media apps with public location sharing. Facebook check-ins seem harmless. Heading to Paris for 2 weeks. But you have just announced to the entire internet that your home will be empty. This is not a TSA issue directly, but it is a serious safety concern. If you are traveling to places with political tensions, be aware that some countries will scroll through your social media at the border to see if you have posted anything critical of their government. Also, review apps like Life 360 or Find My Friends. Great for letting family know you are safe, but make sure you are not accidentally sharing your location publicly. Keep your sharing limited to trusted family members only. Before we wrap up, let me address a common question. Many seniors ask me, Chloe, if I delete these apps, are they really gone? Here's the truth. If you have cloud backups enabled, the data might still exist somewhere. However, for a device search at the border, agents are typically looking at what is physically visible on your phone at that moment. When they pick up your device and see a home screen full of standard apps like weather, maps, photos, and your airline app, they are not intrigued. There is nothing to investigate. They move on. Now let us talk about what you should have on your phone. The My TSA app is genuinely useful. It shows real-time wait times at security checkpoints, tells you whether specific items are allowed through security, and provides tips for getting through screening quickly. Having this app signals that you are a prepared, compliant traveler. Download the official airline app for your carrier. Have your digital wallet set up with your boarding pass ready. Keep your phone charged because if your device will not power on, security may not let you fly with it. A few final tips for traveling smart. Before any trip, back up your phone to the cloud or your computer. Delete photos of sensitive documents like your social security card or credit card sitting in your camera roll. Log out of accounts you do not need while traveling. If you are going through customs, consider temporarily disabling Face ID by holding the power button and volume button until the emergency slider appears. Passcodes have stronger legal protections than biometrics. I know this feels like a lot. You are probably thinking, I am just visiting my daughter in Florida. Why do I need to prepare like a spy? You do not. But our phones have become extensions of our lives. They hold our memories, our finances, our private conversations. When you travel, you carry all of that through checkpoints operated by people whose job is to be cautious. By cleaning up your phone before you travel, you are protecting your privacy, preventing misunderstandings, and ensuring nothing delays your journey. Take 10 minutes today to review your apps. Ask your grandchildren for help if needed. Tell them Chloe said it is important for safe travel. In my next video, we are going to talk about the updated rules for medications and supplements in your carry-on, because those have changed and many travelers are still making avoidable mistakes. Thank you so much for watching. Safe travels, everyone. I will see you in the skies. I